right, welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News, presented by Papa John's. Got to thank those guys, Papa John's, for all their support. That's
Hey, I'm missing Papa John's on this trip.
yeah. We're working remotely tonight, so we are not going to get our great pizza, and so got to thank Papa John's, presented by Papa John's. Man, just can't say enough about Papa John's.
I know.
I'm here at the Courthouse Import Studio. Jack is on the road in his, let's see, how can we say this? Honeydew list trip there, Jack?
I'm in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and we're just going to let it go at that, okay?
I mean, you were just telling me earlier how much fun you're having.
Yeah, we're having a good time, yeah.
All right. Let's thank our marketing partners, man. We can't really thank those guys enough. So if you guys could go like their page, we would greatly appreciate it. We got to thank Blackwater Station Grill, NC811, VA811, GAC, Great American Company, Black Acid Apparel. Can't thank those guys for some shirts. And we got a little announcement, a little thing we're going to show here in a little bit, thanks to Black Acid. Bando Brothers Distillery, the nice moonshine we got.
Yeah.
And then I got to thank our wait a minute, Pepsi. Oh, blocked me. Our Pepsi for our drinks. Jack didn't get one on the way home, so he's out tonight.
Yeah.
MPM Marketing, Tanya McAllister. If you need some help with your social media accounts, what to do, the do's and don'ts, and then anything else you need as a driver to help you with. I'm sure she can help you with sponsors and how to keep them happy and keep them coming back. If you need any other things like a driving suit, I got a real nice. Have you seen my suit, Jack?
I've seen your suit, but guess what?
What?
Phoenyx Kimball's got a brand new suit too that came from MPM, and I think it puts yours to shame.
I don't know about that.
I know about it.
But hey, we'll just have to compare. I'll just have to wear mine next week.
Okay.
Factory Canopies. I don't have a real nice seat to sit in tonight, but normally we do from Factory Canopies, and we have a nice tablecloth that you really can't see on the air, but we greatly appreciate those guys for their involvement. Safety Clean. I know Jack really appreciates Safety Clean and Performance Plus. He gets so much out of them. And last but not least, our good friends at Langley Speedway. Can't thank those guys enough for allowing us to do the show at Langley Speedway. It's actually been really nice doing our show from the racetrack. We don't have to tell people where are you at. Everybody knows we're at Langley Speedway. And just want to give a quick shout out to Still Them and Lard families. We're still thinking about those guys. And Dave got down to Atlanta yesterday. I haven't heard any updates since he's been there, which is good news. No news is good news. But he's in really good hands. We had learned that's where Shane Neal got his treatment at, and it turned out a lot better than I think what they anticipated Shane would have. So really excited for the opportunity and that kind of stuff. So,
and while you're doing that too, Scott, RJ Zacharias is beginning to come around. He's getting better and better every day. They say he's beginning to have some movement. He's still under heavy sedation, but he's beginning to move around. He's beginning to have some interaction a little bit. Not they give him commands and he's able to do some of the stuff. So looks like both of them guys
are very similar,
making some good strides that maybe down the road soon we'll have them back with us again real soon.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was me, but go ahead. Are you done with it? Okay, you're done with it. Yeah, see, Amanda Kimball just put on here, that her suit is badass, and it is badass. I liked it. So, I don't know.
Amanda, she got a suit too?
Who?
You said Amanda said her suit is badass. She said,
I'm talking about Phoenix. Phoenix's suit is bad. But, I mean, we're going to.
Tanya does a good job.
I think what we'll do in a couple of weeks, we'll do one of these who has the best soup in between you and Phoenix?
You know I'm gonna win that hands down.
I don't know. There's Phoenix Kimball. You know she's a female. I got a feeling I'd have to vote for her. I'd have to vote. Plus she's one more race. Hey, and racing, she's one more races than you have too.
Hey, I see my buddy Danny's on here, and I'm sure he would vote for me. Hey, Danny.
Yeah, Danny. I'm sure Danny would vote for you. I'm sure that. All right, let's do some news from this past week. A lot of things are going on.
But anyway, it's presented by.
So Smith's Wraps and Graphics. I'm sorry, my mind was completely locked up there. Yeah, the news is presented by Smith's Wraps and Graphics. You need your car wrapped and got anything you need done that way with the graphics or whatever, get in touch with Billy Smith at Smith Wraps and Graphics. So that's a pretty good deal.
That's a good bailout, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my mind. Look, I'm 13 hours away from you right now, and I've had.
I mean, it sounds like you're having a nice vacation, Jack.
Yeah, vacation? Did you say vacation? Okay, whatever. In the Cup Series this past weekend, Kyle Larson got the win. I think we have a feud brewing in the Cup Series right now.
For sure. But, man, you got to talk about the Cup race. I mean, here you got Kyle Larson. You had, 2 or 3 of the Hendrick cars having battery/alternator issues. We found out on Kyle's car that the belt he came off. They put a belt on it. I didn't think he had a snowball chance in hell, and then come back to win the race. I mean, that's big. And who really thinks that the feud is over between Harvick and Chase?
It's not over, and it's not going to be over.
I think Rick knows that. I think that's why he said NASCAR needs to get involved.
I think it's going to be a few more cars tore up before this is over with. But
I would be willing to bet one person that will not win the championship, I would bet will be the 24.
Hey, the 9, not 24.
Yeah, the 9. Well, that one's not going to make it either.
Anyway, down at Wake County this past weekend, the Cars Tour was there. Deke McCaskill got the win. The champion for the Cars Tour this year, Bobby McCarty. McCarty got the championship. In the ARCA West, out at Roseville, California, Paul Petroselli won the ARCA West race. Down at Nashville, the Nashville late model race was won by Brittany Zamora. Brittany came up, and that was awesome. I mean, that was an awesome win for her. The Smart Series, the Smart Modified Series went to Hickory, North Carolina this past weekend. Brandon Ward got his second straight win, and the champion of the division is Burt Myers. That's pretty cool. At Thompson, Connecticut, the late model winner was Derek Griffith. They've been doing some next-gen testing down at, what do you call it? Charlotte, the Roval. God, my mind is locked up, I'm telling you. Anyway, the Roval, I understand there's some steering issues and some other stuff like that, but I think that's pretty cool. Now they're saying, I'm seeing where Andrew Fuller says it's not yet. Sobos this weekend decided the champion, but they had already put a thing out said that McCarty had won the championship. So I don't know what the deal is, but anyway.
And you got to say, so far as the next gen car, got to give a shout out to Rick Ware, our buddy Racing Jason's over there. I meant to message him. I haven't. Big shocker for me that they got an alliance with Stuart Haas next year and Roush Race. Roush, damn, I can't even say it.
Roush Yates Racing.
Yeah, engines for next year. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, but I understand that there's going to be some other news coming out of there too. So. Yes, Marty, I need some Prevagen really bad. I'm 13 hours away, and I have been going through a lot of stuff the last 2 days. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Just bear with me if I mispronounce some things. But anyway, and that was my next thing I was going to bring up about RWR going to the Fords. I thought that was a pretty big deal. Ty Dillon got him a ride for next year in 2022, driving for GMS Racing in the Cup Series. He's going to be doing the
and
Cup.
we had heard that he had a big a big cup deal going. I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see them going cup racing, but I mean, the rest of their stuff is run really well, and they seem to be doing a really good job. So it'll be interesting how that turns out.
Sheldon Creed also got a ride this past week. Well, I think he's already had the ride, but they announced their sponsor also he's with RCR, and Wheeling Manufacturing is coming on board as a sponsor for that. And the cars are going to just look just like those old Wheeling cars that back in the day. And the Beluso race that was postponed this past weekend will be on October the 30th. So if you get your votes in on who you think's going to win the Beluso race, and all the people that predict or say or have the winner in that race, let's put it that way, has the winner, will be put in a hat. We're going to draw it on the show, and they will get.
I mean, these things are going to fly off the shelf, Jack.
I don't know about all that, but anyway, that's
the new shirt. If you could,
the new Jack. That's for the that is going to be a cool shirt. I'm still not totally sold on these shirts yet, but we'll see how they work. But anyway, if you win it by picking the winner of the Beluso 100 Memorial Race, I think that's a pretty good deal. Scott was supposed to have his with him tonight, but he didn't bring it. So we'll have him
slack. I wonder why, Jack, your head is like actual size and mine's like small.
You know what? You're not the only one that said this. But I also want to know why I look normal and you look like a cartoon character. So I don't know.
Maybe because I'm the funny one.
You're the funny one? Yeah. Nice target practice picture. Yeah.
Who said that?
Greer. Amanda, don't worry about it. I got you covered. Don't you worry about it. I'll get you one. Not a problem.
Judy said big head is better. Looks like Dave Adams here says Shane told him that the Shepherd Center saved his life. I saw him in Indy and at Charlotte, that the Shepherd Center was by far the best. Dave is in good hands. And that was great news to hear from you, Dave, that that's where Shane went. And I would agree with Shane's analogy, because I think, lack of a better term, the light was kind of dim for what Shane's expectations should be. And I think leaving the Shepherd Center, I think it was a lot better than what was expected.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So we
want Debbie to know we're thinking about her. I know she's down there, and want everybody to know we're thinking about her. And if there's anything we can do, please let us know. I think we would love to, help them out any way we can, other than what everybody's trying to do. We'd like to make it easy for her while she's in Atlanta, because she's not at home and she's having to deal with a whole lot down there. So let's think about that as time goes on.
Even if she needs a ride, Jack's running a taxi service, long service taxi service. So,
and I would do it. That's not a problem. As you can see, I will run a taxi for you for a while.
All the way to Missouri. So Atlanta's not that far. Dave, you need a ride? Danny, you need a ride of me?
All you gotta do is call me. I'll take you to Atlanta, because I can do that. I'm retired. I'll take you to Atlanta, not a problem. Just as long as we all get along while we're riding down the road. So anyway, all right, we got our first guest lined up over there. Our first guest is a Bando driver from there. I think he's run some at Langley this year.
Okay.
I believe I've seen him there at Langley this year.
I don't know. I don't recognize the name, so I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not even going to try to say his name, because I'm just going to call him Aiden. Because I think it's Zschiedrich, but I don't know if that's what it is. Zschiedrich. I'm sure he'll tell me. I'm sure he'll tell me when he comes on. But our first guest tonight is brought to you by the Blackwater Grill. What is Blackwater Restaurant?
Station Grill.
Station Grill. I need that Prevagen. My mind, I'm telling you, I've had a rough trip.
All right. What do you say, bud?
Hey, guys.
How do you pronounce your name?
How you pronounce that
How's
name,
it
Aiden?
going? I can't hear you for some reason. What's up?
We're doing good. Can you hear us? Uh-oh. You got
I
a problem?
can hear y'all at all.
Whatever you did, we hear you better.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know what to say now. I don't
I
do
can't hear
sign
y'all.
language.
Did you see Jack doing sign language with his big old fingers?
Uh-oh, Dad's coming to fix it, Aiden.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
I
hear you.
can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
us?
Hold on 1 second.
All right, we got you.
You can hear this now.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
we can hear you plain and simple. You're good to go. It's us we're worried about. You can't hear us.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank y'all.
But you need to turn something down because you got a background noise there.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right, can you hear us now?
Can you not hear those at all?
No.
Jack, Scott, hold on. We're having problems here with a headset.
But
Okay.
look, we can hear you perfect there. I mean, can he just talk normal without that? Can he hear us? No, he can't. Go in and check your audio. Our audio evidently is good because we've been talking forever.
Yeah.
Hello, Aiden. Can you hear us, Aiden? Aiden. How are you doing, Aiden?
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. Now we're going to go back to question number 1. Scott's got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you pronounce your name?
Zschiedrich. That's it.
Zschiedrich. Okay. All right. So I would have messed it up. I'd have said Zschiedrich.
Okay, whatever he said, because I can't even say that.
Now, how's it going for you, man? How's racing going this year?
It's been good. We pretty much had just about our last race 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So you're
We
not
got-
running it? You're not running
we're
it this
doing.
year?
Oh, we got a couple more over there a little bit later. I think we got like the Thanksgiving race at Southern and the road course at Charlotte coming up.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're not coming back to Langley for the last race here?
No,
Oh, okay, all right.
did take some time off. Be with everyone.
Aiden, tell us a little bit about how you got started in racing and where your love of racing came from.
Well, I'd say that came from when I was born, pretty much. I've always been into fast things, anything with wheels. Ever since I remember, I've been either playing with a car toy or doing video games of some sort. Until about like 2-ish years ago, I went to the Wake County Speedway to watch a race, and that's when I really got into it. My
Now-
love of racing pretty much came from NASCAR.
Now, are you're part of the Dylan Spain stuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you got some pretty good people helping you out and getting you going in this sport.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Now, tell us who all helps you with the car. I mean, is it your car or is it somebody else's car that you're driving?
I bought the car, and I'm letting my coach Dylan maintain it.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, you have a teammate. You have a teammate there, you know.
Yes, I have multiple.
You know, Phoenyx Kimball. Now,
Yes.
Now, when we start talking about Phoenyx Kimball, she's pretty doggone good. So,
Oh yeah.
So, do you learn anything from her? Does she
So
tell you
far,
anything?
not really. I've pretty much just been watching her lines and adapting them.
Okay. So she don't get out there and help you with it.
It's not that they get out there. It's just that we don't really get the time to check each other out after they're on the track unless we're doing solo practice.
But you want to beat her bad, I'm sure, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta want to beat her. I mean,
Yeah.
She's in one of her first years of racing, and she's done pretty good. She's got a track record at Dominion. She's got a track record at Langley and a track record at Wake County for qualifying. So,
Yep.
This girl's fast.
Oh yeah, she's had like 5-ish years before bandage and go-kart, so at least she's got some kind of racing experience.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
are you planning on racing bandos again next year to keep going, or what's
Oh
the
yeah,
plan?
definitely. I definitely can do bandage for at least 2 more years, and then before I switch something to another class.
Now, what did you race before? Did you race anything before?
No,
Okay. Now, is this your first year in bandos?
this is my 2nd year.
Second year, okay.
Yeah.
So where are you based out of?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, so you and Phoenix and all y'all right there together. So y'all can sit back and talk trash about everybody from up here in Virginia, right?
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. No.
Do y'all?
I might be based out of North Carolina, but I'm a big Virginia boy. I love those tracks out there, especially
okay.
Langley.
All right. Well, now how you feel about Riley Music now? How you feel about him?
He's really good at bandos. I'm glad he's moving out, not because I wanted to be able to have more competition. Because when he was in bandos, he was too good. Not trying to be mean, but after a while, you gotta give other people a chance a little bit, at least a little.
Well, he's
I want everyone to have a chance, but I also want everyone to be able to go all out.
Well, he'll give you a chance. Now he's done moved out, but now y'all gotta keep Phoenix Kimball from outrunning everybody and staying in front of everybody.
Well,
You
we
can
try
say something bad.
sometimes.
Hey, look, you can say something bad about Phoenix. Ain't nobody listening. I don't see. Amanda's mama.
I would if I had anything bad to say, which I don't.
Oh, you don't have nothing bad to say about her?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't start nothing that way then, right?
Nope.
Well, look now. Now look. Have you been? Do you watch the NASCAR races, right?
Yeah, I try to watch as many as I can.
All right. Now you saw this past weekend. There's a rivalry brewing between Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
Now I think what we need to do is start one of those little rivalries with you and Phoenix Kimball and the guys that run those bandos, all over the place. We need to start a little rivalry. So you need to.
I know.
You need to pick it up and talk a little trash about them and say, we're going to do this. We're going to beat them and we're going to do this. And I won't
show them Virginia boys what to do.
And look, Scott and I won't tell nobody. I promise.
Yeah.
You guys might not, but the viewers definitely will.
Huh?
You guys might not, but the viewers definitely will.
We definitely would. That's what we're good at. That's why we have a show, because we talk so damn much.
Yes.
Now, who's your spotter when you're racing?
It really depends on when and where. Most of the time it's my dad. But if we're like practicing, like solo practice, then it's Dylan to help me with my lines.
Oh, okay. All right,
So do you and your dad get along on the radio? Does that work well? Because sometimes that doesn't work well as a parent.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a little too excited, but still definitely help to have someone who's excited on the radio. Definitely.
So do you have to calm him down on the radio, or does he got to calm you down?
Sometimes I gotta calm him down a little bit, but not much. Not much.
Now, somebody says on here, do you do a lot of iRacing? Do you do a lot of iRacing?
Actually, unlike a lot of the other racers, I don't do much iRacing. mainly because they don't have a Bando scanned in, and the thing that everyone, or the closest you can get is like a Miata or a Legend, which both of them are nowhere near it. That's really the only reason. I only use it if I'm like going to a new track and I have to just get my bearings, or if I've had more than a year off.
So
what-
give us a little. Go ahead.
What all racetracks have you run this year?
This year I've run Wake, the Charlotte Oval, and Road Course. I've tried to run Dominion, Langley. I did Langley, and coming up in a little bit I'll do the Southern National track.
Okay.
So you like the Charlotte road course and road course race and stuff there.
Oh yeah, I love those stuff. Yeah.
Is that the only road course Bando race that they have?
Yeah, it's the only one that I know too. I think Wake once did a road course. I'm not sure. And then a while back, like end of last year, I think, at the end of last year, or at some point earlier this year, Southern National tried to do a road course.
Huh.
Yeah.
So did you go up and do the nationals up at Dominion this year?
Not the National, I don't believe. It was like 3-ish weeks ago is when I went. So I think it might have been the Legend Nationals, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, with Dylan Spain helping you out as one of the guys on your car, I mean that's got to be big because Dylan has got a lot of experience in the bandos and legends and everything. He helps a lot of people, so that's got to be big for you to be able to hook up with somebody like that.
Yeah, it is very big.
Now, who you got for sponsors this year, Aiden?
I got Gil's Crane Service, Cribbin Easy Racing, Scoliosis Center, Milton's Pizza, and of course my mom and dad. Of course.
Oh yeah, don't forget mom and dad.
You didn't even have to tell him, Jack.
I know. Usually I have to tell everybody that please say mom and dad because So Dylan's coming back and be working with some more legends and bando drivers, so that's pretty good. So you'll be back next year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, Aiden, what do you say? How you say your last name?
Zschiedrich.
I think they had a problem with your name when you were at Langley. I was in the press box. I think that Brian White had a little problem with your name at Langley because he asked me what the name was, and I couldn't tell him either. So, all right, Zschiedrich, Aiden Zschiedrich. Aiden, yes. We appreciate you, man, being here with us tonight. Thank you for. Oh, hold up.
Amanda says, Aiden, are you still raising money for your grandma?
Yes.
Oh, tell us about that. I forgot about that.
So it was one of the bigger hurricanes that hit Miami. Not Miami. Yeah, Miami about a year-ish ago. She lost her car in the hurricane, and she's been needing one since then. And we're trying to find her a good one because her past car didn't have air conditioning. And she's in Miami. And she has to drive like an hour to work every day.
Wow.
So, well, I think an hour to work, no air conditioning in the summer.
Yeah.
We're trying to find her a good car.
Well, I think that's a very honorable thing you're doing to try to help her out and get her some transportation. That's really cool. I think it's a good thing. All right. Well, we're going to let you go and go back to doing whatever. And then we got another guest getting ready to come on. And we're going to try to see if we can talk her into talking trash about you.
No. No.
Okay. Well, you just watch the rest of the show. We'll see what Phoenix Kimball's going to say about you.
Oh, you got her coming on? Oh, don't you? If you get to talk back about me, I will find you.
We're getting excited now.
You ain't excited. I mean, you ain't got one of these things about Phoenix that she might tell us something really good about you, do you?
I can't confirm or deny that.
You got awful quiet. That means she knows something about you. Anyway.
Hey, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you again real soon, Aiden. Thanks a lot for
See
being
ya.
with us.
Tell Phoenix I said hi, okay?
I will.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye, guys.
See you, bud.
Bye.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, if you send us the post, we will share it. So I know somebody said
She
something.
did right there.
Okay. Oh, GoFundMe.
GoFundMe for Mimi's car. So I think that's a pretty big deal there.
Yeah.
So guess who's on the line now? Look at her. She's sitting there acting like she's, don't act like you're shy because we know better. Anyway, let's bring Phoenix Kimball in here. Where's your crew chief at? I mean, your spotter at Phoenix. Where's he at? Okay. All right. Bring Phoenix on here. We'll talk to her.
What's up, Phoenix?
Hi.
Now look, Aiden says he's gonna beat you senseless next year. What do you think about that?
I'm not saying anything. I don't have anything against him.
You don't have it. Well, he had plenty against you. He just come up here and just talk trash about you.
Sure.
Huh?
I said sure. I hear it.
Now I mean, your mama says you took some pictures and they come out looking like cartoons. Would you take a picture of Scott and make it come out look like a cartoon?
You already got one, Jack.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay. Hey, look.
It looks all weird.
Look at here. Look at this shirt here. This is our new shirt.
See how they got Jack looks like a real person and I look like a cartoon?
It should have been the other way around. What happened, Scott?
I know. See? That's what I'm talking about.
Phoenix, really?
Give Scott a break.
I thought you and I were better than that.
I'm joking. Maybe.
No, I thought, all the nice things I say about you and everything, you going to do that to me? What?
No. Keep getting on Scott.
Okay.
That's good backtrack. Good backtrack.
That's the best thing to do. All right, now we got Blaise on here. Let's see if we can you get them both on, Scott?
Should be able to. There we go.
About time, Blaise.
I know. I'm late.
Blaise Brinkley's with us now, and Blaise is also beyond being Phoenix Kimball's spotter, babysitter, whatever you want to call it.
I want to know, is he in the witness protection program? Because he looks awful dark in the screen.
There you go. There you go. We see you better now.
Is that better?
Yeah.
And
And
paid electricity bill.
hey, Scott, this guy here is the 2021 Caraway Speedway late model champion. Congratulations, Blaise.
Thanks.
I mean, but I only know him as Phoenix's spotter. So I mean,
Hey,
what
Blaise,
job is he doing better at?
Blaise, being Phoenix's spotter makes you a hero before you even get started good.
Yeah. Yeah. Each part with.
What's it like working with her as a spotter? I mean,
She listens most of the time. Sometimes she doesn't, and I'll just have to repeat it until she gets it through her head. But she's a pretty good little driver.
yeah, to be cut all the joking out for a second, but think about it. What she's accomplished this year is amazing to me to be in that position that she's in.
Yeah. With the experience that she has, she's outran a lot of the quote unquote best in the country. So I think just fine next year, and I think she'll win a lot of races.
Now, I want to ask you about Charlotte. When she went upside down at Charlotte, what was that like for you as a spotter to see that? Because as a friend, I mean, and that's about all I can say I am as a friend. It got to me a little bit when I saw her going over and over.
Yeah, always. You fear the driver's safety, so you ask them if they're okay. She was too mad to answer back. She already unplugged her radio, so I didn't know So it was kind of scary, but luckily she was okay.
So when you work with Phoenyx, when you work with her, do you have to sit down and really explain everything to you? Because sometimes it looks like she's not comprehending things when you talk to her.
She comprehends sometimes. I'll even ask her most of the time, like, "Do you understand what I just said?" And she's honest. She'll either tell me yes or no. It's about half and half. And if she says she's confused, then I'll try to explain it in a different way.
Hey, Blaise, how do you keep her focused? I mean, keep her focused on what she's supposed to be doing. Because every time I've been around her, she's so laid back. And last time I saw her, she was sitting on the back of the truck, just laying back there. Looked like she was sunbathing, and just like she's at the beach or something. How do you get her focused on what she's supposed to be doing?
That's a good question. She kind of does her own thing, and when she knows she needs to be in the race car, she's there, finds in the right place. So she knows what she needs to do on the race day.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is, I guess the talent outweighs being stubborn like she is. So she has to have a little bit of talent, and she can be stubborn when because she has the talent. What do you think?
Yeah, she has a little bit of lead.
All right, now look, Blaise, let's talk about your racing for a minute and forget about Phoenyx because she's a star in her own right. But tell us a little bit about your racing. When you started racing, and what all you been doing?
I started racing when I was 9 in Bandoleros at Southern National. Just branched out from there. Won 7 Bandos, 84 races out of the 20 something that I ran. So we were pretty good in Bandos, and then I moved up to late models when I was 14, and I've been racing those ever since. And this year was my best year by far. We won 7 races, and 2 or 3 poles.
That's pretty cool. I mean, and what is this your first championship as a driver? I mean, as a late model driver, I guess I should say.
From a late model standpoint, yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Now, what does 2022 look like for you for next year? Are you going to be back doing the same things you've been doing, or are you going to be trying to branch out some more?
I might go back to Caraway a few times next year on my off weeks, but I just want to be traveling around. I want to go to Tri-County, maybe Southern National or race or two, move around a little bit more.
Well, come on out to Langley. We'd be glad to have you out here at Langley with the race out there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to try Langley. It's pretty far up there.
Well, I mean, you could catch a ride. You could find a way and catch a ride with Phoenyx and them on the way up there, and because you could probably use that time to try to school her on some things.
Yeah, for sure.
She's awful quiet, but she's back there shaking her head left and right. I don't know what's going on with her. You may have to take her to one of those. Do you have to go to some kind of special class to be able to deal with her? I mean, special education is what she's in. You might want.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's about it.
I had to say something nasty about her. Aiden Zschiedrich or whatever. Aiden Zschiedrich came on, talked a lot of trash about Phoenyx and said how bad he was going to whoop off on her last year. So next year. So how you feel about that? Do you think he can handle it? I
think any of my drivers can do what they want. I tell them that every time they hit the race. They're going to the country. Whatever you think.
Okay, that was pretty diplomatic. You did good on that one. That was pretty diplomatic. If you could look at Phoenix, you look like you're bored to death with us.
I'm exhausted.
I think she's doing homework. She likes homework.
I don't do homework.
I think that was part of the joke.
I don't do homework. I just.
They know you're.
Okay. Blaise, but when you work with Phoenix, I mean, is it rewarding to help other drivers achieve their goals for you? I mean, is that something that you like doing?
Yeah, of course. I think in Phoenix, one of the first that wake.
Now, what is this? All the Dillon Motorsports has straight A's. Are you a straight A student, Phoenix?
Yes.
You are.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How much does that cost? Because I needed that when I was in school.
It's just a lot of cheating, You just gotta use your resources. That's what Google's made for.
You say so.
Blaise, how many times have you had to yell at Phoenix when she's racing?
Quite a few. I don't really. It's not quite yelling. Just more of a hit your marks. Do that again. Don't do that. Just trying to coach her through the races.
Now, have you spotted for other people, or is this your first stint in spotting?
Yeah, I've spotted for probably 10 to 20 different drivers just kind of throughout the past few years.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, but and of course, Phoenix was probably the hardest one you've had to work with. He ain't answered that one. Hey, Blaise, was Phoenix one of the hardest ones you ever had to work with? Oh, look at him. He ain't saying nothing.
No, he said definitely he's lagging a little bit. I think
Too bad.
Yeah, I guess she'll be all right. She's got good parents and everything. That's a good thing. I'm glad that But then I think you got a brother. I think she's got a brother and a sister. They always have to have one bad apple in the bunch.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say she's not getting it.
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you spending time with us tonight. Thanks, Blaise, for coming on and talking about Phoenix. And I mean, you could have told me a little more about bad things about her, but what can I say? Yeah, he's lagging back a little bit there. All right, Phoenix. Good luck to you. When are you going to be? You going to be at Langley this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Don't get excited about it, okay?
Okay. You don't get excited about it.
I get it.
I know you are.
Huh? I don't know that
I
don't know that I'm going to be back in time to come to the race Saturday night. But I'll definitely. I've got enough things built up now where I'm coming to Southern National.
Okay.
I'm gonna come. I will be at Southern National, and if I can make it Saturday night there, I'll be there Saturday night too. I want to see. I want to see you win another one. You haven't won one. You haven't won one when I'm there.
Well, maybe you're just a bad luck.
I was just getting ready to say. Maybe it'd be a good thing if he doesn't come.
I can't believe she said that. I can't believe she said that. As much as I think of Phoenix Kimball, she's gonna sit there and say I'm bad luck. All right, Phoenix. Talk to you again real soon, okay?
Okay.
Go do your homework and do what you're supposed to.
I don't do homework.
Maybe you need to.
No. No.
All right. We'll see you next time. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So who we got now, Zach?
All right. Now we have this is a special guest here, man. I tell you
Absolutely.
what. He came and he went down to Martinsville and did a heck of a job down there and
opened up a can of whoop ass up on them guys down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, that was I was there. It was amazing how he won that race, and I was so excited for him. I never got a chance to talk to him at the racetrack, but anyway, All right, here is your ValleyStar Credit Union 300 winner at Martinsville, Landon Pembleton. How you doing, Landon?
Presented by.
Presented by NC 811. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hey, look.
What's up, Landon? How you doing?
How y'all guys doing?
Good, man.
I'm all right. How about you?
Hey, man, I want to say one thing. Congratulations on a great win at Martinsville. I know that has to be the highlight of your career so far.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a real big one. I did not expect to even run inside the top 10 in that race. I was just hoping to go run inside the top 20 and just gain experience from those guys. To be able to win is still completely unbelievable to me. Knowing those guys have been racing the car tour all year, and they're no slouch when you go and race against those guys.
What's it like? I mean, what was it like to go to Martinsville and know you have to run against Peyton Sellers and all Bobby McCarty and all that group that you were racing with, and then come out and be the winner? I mean, that's big time. That's big time stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Bobby Mack and Peyton, I knew they were going to be tough. They were tough at South Boston. Langley, I didn't end up going to the Hampton Heat. I watched it on TV, but I knew everyone was going to be tough. It was going to be real close, and it was going to be hard on the rookies like me, Silvestri, Honeycomb. It was going to be tough on us because we had never seen that place before, and it was completely not what I expected going out there on the racetrack.
When did you think that you may have an opportunity of winning this thing?
I knew in probably the first 75 laps I had a really, really strong car. I knew I was going to be in contention for at least a top 10, maybe top 5. But I knew we had a car to win after those last 50. And clean air helped me a ton. That's where I knew my car was the strongest, was out front, having clean air. And I had a ton of drive off, and I feel like that's why I beat everyone.
What was it like? If Daniel Silvestri got the pole, you get the win. I mean, what's your life been like since that race? I mean, you got to be one of a very special person to win that type of deal. I mean, that's big.
Yeah, I think this is the most publicity I have ever gotten in my entire life. I think for Daniel too, winning the pole, and I think he was one of the younger ones to win the pole, and me being the youngest to win, it's crazy, knowing that we were that young and went out there and did something on our very first try, and being able to do all of that. It's honestly crazy.
If people didn't know who you were before, everybody knows your name now, and that's got to be kind of crazy for you.
Yeah, for sure, especially only going to Martinsville. Martinsville, I went in, I didn't know what to expect. No tires, no practice. I was just going to have a good time and try and make the race, and we win. So I still don't believe it.
How many people text messaged you and congratulated you afterwards? I mean, your phone probably is still going off.
Yeah, it's still going off, and I don't exactly know how many it has been. I know it has been a ton of recognition from this event.
Now, who has been the biggest surprise that congratulated you? Like, did anybody, like a Peyton Sellers reach out to you and say, "Hey, congratulations"? What's been your biggest surprise of that?
I feel like the whole late model stock car community as a whole has recognized who I am, and they have all congratulated me. And knowing that my name is out there, it's awesome.
Yeah, it has to be awesome to be able to do what you did. I mean, it was a great show that you had there that night, and a lot of people were very proud of how you went about it and how you did it, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing that track position was going to be key, I really didn't know what to expect at the beginning of the race. After the first 50 laps, I knew it was going to be really tough to pass, and I knew new tires wouldn't help much because it was going to be so tough to pass people. And the F45s, they wear off a little bit quicker too compared to the F50s, what we usually run up at South Boston. And it was a whole different ball game for me going into it, knowing that we had different tires than what we usually run, different track. It just everything was totally different when we went.
Now, was this your team, or was this another team that you were driving for?
I was driving for Sellers. I had Forrest Reynolds, crew chief, and me. He led my team the whole weekend. He helped me on and off the track. He showed me how to get around there. Him and Philip Morris. He got Philip to come help me. Looney was a help too. We walked around the racetrack before practice started, like 10 minutes before practice started, and we went out there and walked the track, and they all helped me out.
I mean, it don't get no better than that.
Now, let me ask you a
sure.
question. How bad did the tire situation when you got there? Most of the guys were under the assumption they were going to do the tire situation was going to be this way, and when you get there, it's changed, it's different, and obviously it didn't affect you as much as it did some other people. But I mean, how did that fit into your game plan? I mean, that was a hard thing to do.
So we unloaded on the F50s, the South Boston tires, and I was just trying to learn how to get around the place, really trying to adjust to the car, just learning how to get around the place was the main thing. And then once I got used to it after about, 35, 40 laps, we put that 45s on, and they were decent. We ended up wearing them out a ton because I think I made at least 200 laps of practice that day in those 4 hours. Just trying to get around the place, trying to get the car. We unloaded with a really solid car, so that was a big help. I gained over right out of second all day, just trying to learn the place.
What all have you raced?
I raced go-karts before. I raced late models, and that's it.
How long you been in the late model?
I started late model this year, actually. I raced limited from 2019 and 2020. Now this year we're late models.
Yeah, he was running limiteds up at Dominion when I went up there a few times. He was running limiteds then. And hey man, I was tickled to death to see you get that win at Martinsville. That's a big deal for a guy from Dominion to come in there and get a win like that.
Yeah, I definitely think it represented Dominion and South Boston very well, knowing that I won the race and I raced there weekly. So being able to represent them was pretty cool too.
Now, what's it like? What has this win done as far as 2022 is concerned? Has it helped you with some of the things you're getting lined up for next year or whatever? Has the big win been big for you in that regard?
So we really haven't decided what we're going to do next year. I think we're going to go for a track championship at Dominion. I think that's going to be our main focus as of now. I want to be able to run Langley and South Boston both. But we want to focus on a track championship and just try to continue to build up the resume.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. You got a hell of a resume right now. So, I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Martinsville's definitely one that you want to have on the bucket list.
For sure.
I don't know how you were responding when you saw coming off of turn 4, coming to that checkered flag to know you're winning the race. I don't know how you got through that part right there, because I don't know. I'd have been probably grabbing at everything in the world, trying to be happy about getting to get that win. And Scott, who's never won but once or twice in his whole lifetime, I mean, you tell him what he'd have done.
Hey, I had to give it all up for that Martinsville win. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to say, honestly. They came on the radio, and everyone was so happy. And I didn't say nothing until I came out of turn 4 after the checker flag came out. I just said, I don't even remember what I said. I just knew that we were leading laps in Martinsville, and then I kind of went blank right there. I knew we had won it, but I didn't know what to say or do. I was just kind of all over the place.
Well, that's very cool, man. I'm happy for you, and congratulations to you for it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
what was that last lap like? I mean, or the last 2 laps? Were you stressing, or were you just so focused on trying to hit your marks?
I was just trying to get as quick as I could to the finish line. I knew it was right there in front of me. I knew I could get it right there. And, to manage to not have cautions was actually, I was surprised by it. Not having cautions in Martinsville is usually unusual. Besides the year that Josh Berry won, they didn't have many cautions, and we didn't have many cautions this year. I'd say we only had 5 or 6 actual cautions. But, not wrecking every lap was pretty cool. Everyone had a lot more respect for each other's equipment and for each other. It was crazy. I don't understand how they didn't wreck more than what happened.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, Landon, give a shout out to all your sponsors and everybody that's helped you out with your racing this year, and especially that big win at Martinsville.
So I've got to thank Pembleton Forest Parks, my whole family, my dad, my mom, my sister. They support me every week, week in, week out. My crew, Stanley Pope, Chris Carroll, they're with me every week. Eric Lynn. So Forest Reynolds, of course, HC Sellers, Payne Sellers, all of the Sellers Racing guys. They keep my stuff. They keep me up to date. Everything what's going on. Solid Rock Carriers, GXS Wraps, RPM Group. There's a lot of people in the car that I just don't remember. They all help me out. I'm glad to have them in Victory Lane at Martinsville.
Well, congratulations to you again, and I tell you what, I was very proud to see you do what you did for being as young as you are and being in that position. You proved a lot to a lot of people that day, so the future is nothing but up from here on out for you, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. We're just gonna try and do the best we can, and just see if we can put the hard work in and get some good results.
Well, you're doing good so far. So keep it going, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
bud.
man. Appreciate it.
Man, could you imagine? Jack, our little teeny racing career, we'd give it all up to go to Martinsville and win.
You got that right. I mean, that's the cream of the crop there when you get to that point.
Just think about the help that he had. The Forrest Reynolds, Peyton Sellers, HC,
Philip Morris.
Philip Moore. I mean, you don't get much better than that. I mean, those 4 people right there. I mean, that's a wealth of knowledge, and obviously it paid off. But I like the comment that Robert Dale said there. Do you see that, Jack?
Yeah, Scott's going to win the next race. Okay, we'll see. We're going to see. And then I also saw a thing up here from Landon Florida. How's it going to be racing against him this week? So what we got going on?
I don't know how he's going to spot from the car. If he's that good, he's good.
You're leaving a lot of stuff wide open for me to take, but I won't do it. But
Well,
anyway.
that 71 car is still out there, so we'll see if it shows up or not.
It showed up last time. Wasn't it there the last race you were there? Wasn't it there?
Nah, it didn't.
Oh, okay, because I thought I
The,
saw one.
the motor blew up in it, so they got to put a motor together.
Oh, okay. Because I swear I thought Paul DeBolt drove it. So.
No, so that was in practice, but that was the late model. That was not.
Okay. That was a late model. Dwight
Yeah.
Nicholson, he'll spot for you.
Hey, it's easy, right?
Pretty easy for you to put Scott. Just make sure he don't run into nobody at the back end. But anyway.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. I guess I'm going to go from here and finish this trip that I'm on.
Well, Greer said too. I got to mention that Greer said that Riley practices limited late model at Langley yesterday, day before yesterday. Run some decent times. The kid, I think he'll do okay. He come over there running his mouth the other day. If you could imagine that.
Riley run his mouth?
I know it's hard to believe.
I
know it's
can't
hard to
see him
believe.
doing that. It's kind of
And
like
then-
Phoenix getting excited. I didn't see that either.
Greer said Cody will be at Langley this weekend in the Legend. I know he ran the Nationals, ran 2 races up at Dominion, ran the Nationals in the race before that. Somebody's got a car and asked Cody to wheel it. So I know Cody had to go buy him a helmet and a suit, and all the stuff was out of date.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. So he's going to be back racing soon. So that's pretty cool.
Dwight said he'll unlock my truck afterwards. Dwight has been a saver on that. I have locked my keys in the truck twice.
Oh my goodness.
Dwight has been my saving grace. One time I must have been out there for 20 minutes with one of those big easy bars trying to get in my truck, and he drove up. He's like, "You want me to get that open for you?" I'm like, "Who are you?" and in about 3 minutes, he had my door open.
So you ain't gonna say who are you anymore like that.
I know who it is. The last time I had cranked my truck up for it to cool off, and I just forced a habit, hit the lock button and shut the door. And as I'm shutting it, I'm like, "Oh, damn it." So I went over there and I was like, "Hey, Dwight, I need you to get my truck again." and he was like, "I'm getting ready to run the enduro race. I'll come over after the enduro race." I'm like, "Okay." My truck was cold when I got in it.
Well, yeah, I guess it did. I guess it was. The show next week, we're going to have a show next week where we're going to have the Gen X racing people. We're going to have 3 of them on from Gen X racing next week. They're going to tell us a little bit what all they're up to and what they're doing and who they're helping out and whatever. Here's Wayne Doolin. Do you know Wayne Doolin?
I don't know him. I know of him, but I don't know a whole lot about him.
I met him up at $100 if Scott wins this week. Andre Greer, look at him. Just, it must be nice to be rich, to be able to just throw $100 around like that. But anyway,
Greer likes to win.
And then we're going to have Jamie Woodard that works at Gen X. And this other guy you probably know a little bit about. His name is Doug Hippie Struthers.
Oh, Hippie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know Hippie.
So they're going to be with us next week. They're at Langley Speedway.
Yeah, Hippie used to help. If you remember in arena racing, what's the big guy that had the 95 radio station on his car? Not Glenn. We had him on the show. Remember, we had a little run-in. You tried to stir something up, and he's like, "Nah."
I can't remember who that was now.
Lynn O'Neill.
Okay, yeah, Lynn O'Neill. Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to ask Hippie about it because Lynn's like, the team was trying to get me to tear your stuff up, Scott. Me and him got into it a couple of times. Of course, it wasn't my fault.
Wasn't never your fault.
Yeah.
You were provoked.
Absolutely. That's the first rule of racing, Jack. It's always the other guy's fault. Rule number 1.
Anyway, that'll be our show next week. The 3 of those guys, and we'll have them on. And what's it thought? Are they going to invert the Pro 6?
Travis says he wants to invert the Pro 6 race. I said, well, you go to the back and let me start on the pole. And then I'm down.
I think I don't know if that's going to work like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's down for that. He did say yes. He's like, let's invert. I'm like, I want to win a race first. If I already won, I'd say, okay, well, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll be back in time this weekend or not, but we'll see. If I have my way, I'll be back. But other than that, I ain't gonna say nothing else. But
well, you got the boss lady, and it depends on what she wants to do.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Not gonna worry a thing about it. I'll see you when I get back.
All right, well, guys, we appreciate you guys watching the show. Like and share our videos, and we'll see you guys next week. Don't you?